I think this looks pretty good. Yeah. Ooh. Hmm. Let's see. Oh. Oh, hi, Aunt Beck. Hi, Teresa. I am broadcasting from my new room. Oh no, it's tis been a weekend. That doesn't sound good. Is there an echo? Woo, 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 echo. Yes, I did it. I moved this friggin' thing all by myself. I did it. And it was interesting. This thing had a life of its own when I started. I emptied out, didn't empty it out completely. I emptied all the stuff on either side of, the far, the, the furthest, the wing doors, the furthest ones apart, and emptied out all underneath the work table and put the table, this goes up, and then you fold the legs up. Hi, Belinda. And then it's supposed to completely fold up, but it didn't. The legs were in the way, and I don't know what I did wrong, but I just started moving it anyway. And I, pull it and push it, and it would be like driving like a hook and ladder truck. You know what I mean? One side was going one way, and the other side was going the other way. But I got over that little gully out there that's not finished yet. I just kept on pushing it, and it just went right over that and maneuvered it up against the wall. I've got a power strip, so I just plugged that in, and everything else is plugged into that. And yeah, and then today, hi Stacy, I unloaded and unpacked what I had taken off, and somehow I ended up with an empty shelf on the door, and I really don't know how that happened because I didn't really throw anything out. I took I had one of these. I have one of these, and that was underneath the shelf that I made, and I took that out, so that gave me some more room underneath the middle part of the thing. And I'll put this on one of the shelves, which are not built yet, which I got a little kind of, oh, yeah, I got another job to do kind of bullshit. So I don't know whether they're not going to get built until I get back, and which is fine. It was a little frustrating because where they put the shelves is under the bedroom window, and that's where I'm going to put the table for the sewing machine and my other computer. So I couldn't finish that part of the move because I couldn't. I tried to move those boxes. Oh my God, I couldn't move them. So, and he showed up yesterday afternoon. He was going to put a lock set in, but he got the wrong lock set. So I can't lock the house. But I'm not concerned. I'm not nervous about leaving the house unlocked. I haven't packed yet. Started to think about it. I have to go to the bank tomorrow. I'm leaving here. Unfortunately, I'm in that book clubby thing. And that's at 2. So my friend's picking me up at 1:30, and we're going to that. And then after that, she's going to drop me off at the airport. So it's going to be a long day tomorrow. I don't get into Denver until almost midnight. But yeah, it'll be okay. Looks like it's going to be cold. So I'm figuring out, I'm figuring out what to pack because I don't really have a whole lot of cold water gear. Hi, Brenda. Cold water. Did I say that? Not cold water. Cold weather gear. I'll be doing a lot of layering. So, but I did get some nice Uggs walking chukka, walking slash boots things that aligned. Yes, and I got some really nice wool socks. So as long as your feet are warm, you can almost deal with. Hi, Uta. You can almost deal with anything as long as your feet are warm. And I did get some gloves. I think I have a wool cap somewhere, but I think I'm going to wear I have a sweatshirt with a hood, and I'll wear that underneath my jacket. So I'll have my hood. I'm going to be spending a lot of time at hockey rinks. And one of the hockey rinks, my son said, is very nice and comfortable. The other one is a little bit on the chilly side. When he says a little bit on the chilly side, I don't know his definition of a little chilly. So anyway, we'll see. I hope it's uneventful, in terms of traveling. It was when I went to Boston last year, Cape Cod last year for Thanksgiving. And I think, going Monday to Monday, you kind of avoid some of the crazy stuff. Yeah. Now, I just have this one little light over here. I haven't turned on my big light, but I'm going to turn on the overhead lights. And let's see what that does. They're on a dimmer switch. Oh, wow. You can see it. You can see one of the lights, can't you? Huh. It's too bad they're not on individual dimmer switches. It's not too bad, though. Hi, Beth. Hi, Beth. Hi, Barb. Did Barb come in? I see. Oh, Becky. No Barb. Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Oh, Barbara is here. I see that. YouTube has done that again. They've changed they're doing the at thing now, and it's so confusing. And they did that a while ago, and then they went back to the other way, and now they've done this again. And I don't know. It's interesting. So I thought I would make some more Christmas cards. I am on a roll with that, and I made them last week. So if you're bored with that, that's okay. I'm having fun. So, and I'm using Timmy Ephemera. I know. I'd much rather, yeah, because I didn't even notice, because with the at thing, it's interesting. It's different. So I've only been using the two Timmy Ephemera packs that I bought, and I've really put a real dent in it. So these are the ones where I think I like this one. I put these guys in big bows. Kind of funny. Season's greetings. Yes. And they're holding ice skates, so they do look merry. And a little girl. And holiday wishing you a Merry Christmas. Oh, and I got this today, and I'm so bummed because I just ordered a whole bunch of stamps. Hi, Carol. I'm at the show. I hope it's going well. I hope things are nice in Banff. You're in Banff, I'm assuming, right? That's where you're selling the Christmas wares. So this came in the mail, and and I just ordered a whole bunch of stamps online, and they didn't have these. But you see what they do have? They have field notes. So they're selling field notes, and they have for a while. And what they do is, it's a pretty good deal. You get a set for the Goodnight Moon. You get 4 stamps, a set of 4, and 2 stamps each for $22.95. And then you can get like these individual ones, and it's a set of 4. I guess that's no stamps. That's just the set of 4 of the field notes for $20. And then Boston, a set of 2 for $10.95. So they have different arrangement, but those are the field notebooks that I've been sending out to you, and the Postal Service is starting to offer them. But they have some really, they didn't have those. SpongeBob, I don't know that I'd gotten SpongeBob or not. Maybe in honor of my brother. My brother loves SpongeBob. Let's see. And Betty White. Well, but look at this. I would have bought those. Goodnight Moon. Isn't that? I love that illustration from that book. I definitely would have bought those next time around. What? What? Oh my God. Oh. What? Oh my God, how the hell did she do that? How would she crack the toilet tank? Oh, I wonder if she took the hammer to it. Maybe she thought those guys were in there. Oh, okay. The kids are in Banff and you're in Canmore. We had to replace the whole toilet, and then we did the dryer repair so she won't be able to burn her house down. The entire hose to the outside was full of lint. Oh my God, Becky. Holy moly. And she's totally oblivious to this, right? Totally oblivious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you've had a weekend. And she has been having a bad time. Couldn't remember what we were doing. Oh gosh. And unfortunately, it's only going to get worse. Okay, thanks for stopping in. Have fun, Carol. Oh, she's unable to. Oh, is she unable? I don't know. And then, of course, I love these cats, too. And the owls. Joy to the world. They didn't have those on their website either. I got these. I got the Boston ones. But anyway, if you order stamps online, I just noticed it the other day, you can check, there's a box that you can check off to get their free catalog. What? It's over 25-foot long hose to the outside? Holy crap. Almost hasn't been cleaned for years. This is a pretty card. I got these. I didn't get that. I don't remember now. I bought over $100 worth of stamps. I got Christmas stamps. I got extra ounce stamps. I got international stamps. I'm covered. I got stamps coming. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. I love that. I love that illustration. I might I'm going to cut that out. Cut it out, because that'll be a cute little image. Well, we all say, everyone knows that. Everybody knows that she shouldn't be alone except her. And until she decides that she shouldn't be alone, it's probably a no-go, right? You're not going to convince her. Since 1968, that's probably when she moved in, right? Yeah, ours is, I don't even know where mine is. It doesn't vent to the outside, so I don't know where mine goes. Yeesh. I always clean my thing. And then they come when they do every 3 months they do a maintenance check. Someone comes and checks everything. They test the old fire alarm, and they make sure there's no leaks anywhere. They run all the faucets, and and they do the lint thing. Hi, Pam. I moved my craft box, and I've got everything moved in. And the only thing is, I used to sit on the other side of this table. And I had everything on my right, and now all of that stuff is on the wrong side. So I've had to slowly move those totes from over there to over here and swap them out. And so that's been, I shouldn't say a challenge, just another thing that I didn't think about. And I was going to move the power strip, but then I ran the lines a different way, and it seems to be working just fine. And now I have this big space in my living room. Yes, I do. Where the dining room table is going to go with the chairs. I found the table that I want to get, and everything's on sale. And it's 60 inches and expandable to 78, which is perfect. 60 inches it's a little on the wide side. It's 42 inches wide. And it doesn't come with chairs, but I found chairs that I like, and I think will go nicely with the table. So I just have to push the buy button. But that took me forever to find just the right size, and I wanted an expandable. They don't have a whole lot of. Hi, Di. Yes. We were watching Louisa Hensel and Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. They had a live today explaining this year's December, ephemera. And they're doing, it's very different this year. And I and Pam are also going to do that in their streams. Somewhat based on that, but a little different. And they're going to be making ephemera, and they're not Defember. Thank you. Defember. Yes. Defember. And they're just going to be making, apparently, I haven't looked at, I tried to print the prompts today, and I couldn't, my computer and my printer were not talking to one another. So I downloaded them, so I want to print them out, but they're not going to be doing a journal. They're just making stuff to put in a journal, which I think is a very interesting idea. So they give you a prompt, and you make ephemera based on the prompt. Hi, Debbie. Is that Debbie Epps? I can't. Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Gosh, it's so hard to read with the way YouTube has screwed things up. I made sentiments to put inside the card, I've got 4 or 5 of them, and I'm going to print them out on washi paper. So I'll just stick. I'm sitting in it right now, Debbie. I moved this monster all by myself yesterday, and I am very proud of myself. And I will brag about doing that because it was quite the, quite the adventure, so to speak. But yeah, I managed to move it yesterday into its permanent spot where it's going to reside. And yeah, and everything I had to take out of it in order to move it is now all back. I didn't really go through this stuff. I mean, that I did say yes, because it's still very echoey. I mean, before I moved this in here, I'd come in here and I would sing, and it was like singing in the shower. It was really fun. Now it's still echoey because there's no furniture at the other end of the room. So it's a total blank. And I turned the AC on, and the AC's not working. So I've got to get them. Of course, it's not working. There's always something, right? But I have 2 fans, and the fans are working. Hi, Kay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'm in. And just a few things that have to be done. But I'm going away tomorrow, as everyone knows, and I didn't want anybody in here working on anything while I'm not here because I worry about Lily. Someone leaving a door open and not paying attention. David, the painter. And he has to come back. Apparently he has some touch-up painting to do. And but that can wait until December 2nd. I get in December 1st. And I'm sure if I'll see it, I don't know. I have to mark this at 5.5 because this is a thing I bought that gives you like the decal thingy, and it's got a thing that does a creaser and a dot and a straight cut. Di said she bought one of these that has 12 things, which is amazing. I only got 4. But the grooves, there's 2 grooves, and they're like on either side of the of where the blade goes. So if you line it up on one or the other groove, then you're off a 1/4 inch. So it's a poor design, in my opinion. So I mark the 5.5 with a pencil, and then I kind of eyeball that mark to put it in the middle of those 2 grooves to get a somewhat, cut down the middle. And let's see. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that came out good. Nope. See, still off a little bit. Fortunately, it doesn't matter. I mean, the cards will fit either way. So, what else is new? Well, this is the biggest news, obviously. Finally, looking at the end of this ordeal. Now, he still hasn't. He still hasn't asked for any money. I'm getting a little nervous. I don't know why I would be nervous. I don't know why, but I owe him. Well, if you divided the total cost in thirds, right? I owe him 2/3. And I don't know what's going on. And he did say he had a gift for me, and we've talked about that, and I've not. And I'm assuming that's going to be some sort of break on the bill, but he still hasn't asked for He sent me the final bill about a month ago, maybe about a month ago. He sent me the final bill and he said, payment's not due at this time. Okay. And last week he said to me, you notice I haven't asked you for any money. And I said, yeah, I've noticed. And then he said, well, we have a gift for you. And he left it at that. So I will keep you apprised as to what the gift is. And as I said to several people in here, he must have one hell of he must have a very good credit line, because he's had to pay, he's paid the drywall people, he's paid the painter, he's paid the electricians, he's paid the guys that blew in the insulation. Hi, Michelle. And then they're not working for nothing. And of course, he had to pay for well, I paid for the fans. I had to pay for the fans, but the floor. No, I had to pay for the floor. Anyway, but he's had all those labor costs. This is on its last, but I have more. But wait, there's more. Oh, see, I never thought of that. Wow. Okay, I never thought of taxes, but I mean, I don't know how that works when you're self-employed in taxes. I don't know how that, how that all works. But he's going to be paid before the end of this year. He's not going to wait until January 2nd. I wouldn't think. I don't know. That's a good point, though. I never thought about taxes. Ooh, it's that time again. I don't know. We'll find out. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm glad we picked you guys, we decided on the red, because there's a little bit of red in I like the red. It's worked well to put these cards with the red card stock. And I bought this is Amazon purchase, and I really like this card stock. It has no name, though. I can't say this is the name of it. It's very, very smooth. Very smooth. And I'm very happy with it. And these cards, I can get 2 cards out of 1 piece of card stock, which is perfect. So I have no waste. I hate it when you're using something and you have to cut it and there's scraps and waste. That's always such a bother. All right, so this is dead also. Kind of, yeah. But ta-da! So I'm going to take that off. I don't know whether they have a cap on the inside of this or not. They do. Okay. Okay. How exciting, a fresh new bottle. Okay. And yes. Okay. And then I'll take this off. Maybe I'll take this off. Maybe I won't. I will fight with that later. I have ta-da! I will put I'll put a new one on. So there. That's nice. It even comes with a stainless steel pin. I bought a whole bunch of stainless steel pins. So we'll do this, right? We'll just stick this on. And we're good to go. And hopefully it won't leak all over the place. Is the chat moving? Is everybody here? Someone say hi, please. The chat hasn't moved in a while. I don't know whether. Let's see. Whoops. Belinda, okay. Hi. Okay, hi. All right, thank you, Becky. Let's see, is this gonna? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. This is glue is doing a great job gluing down the card, and it's so much easier than cutting the double-sided tape. I just have to make sure. Okay. There. And I'll just go like so and like so. Now Di has been making beautiful, oh my gosh, gorgeous Christmas cards. Totally different than these. But they're just, oh my gosh. She has all these wonderful embellishments. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janice. Yes, I was watching that game. I watched the end of oh my God. I was watching the end of the Detroit, New York game. And the Lions came back and won it. They tied it up. The Giants made a huge mistake. You got me started now. The Giants should have gone for a field goal, but they went for a touchdown and they didn't make it. So then all the Lions needed was a field goal to tie it up to go to overtime. Their field goal kicker gets out there and he kicks a 59-yard field goal. 59 yards. I mean, these punters, these kickers, I mean, every year the distance. And this ball, when he kicked it, it went off. I mean, it literally went way right. And then all of a sudden it literally curved back in and just went through the uprights. So they went into, yes, and the Giants had another opportunity. And they didn't, and the Lions won in overtime. Very exciting game. I had to order before they stopped shipping me. Yes, yeah, apparently. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Bless you too, Michelle. Yes. Oh, did I show you the Be Right Back thing that Di made? I don't know that I could find it last week, but this. Oh yeah, I did show it to you. See, this is my Be Right Back. I'm a flip-flop wearing nun passing out arts and crafts. Psst, hey kid, you want a paintbrush? And that's, yeah, that whole thing is crazy. I'm not even sure how that came about, but you know how things happen in streams. People start talking, and then the next thing you know, oh, I know. Somebody said something to Pam. They thought I was a nun, and Pam said, I don't think that's the same I know. And then it just went from there. So I'm a sister. You'll stop. Whoops. Sorry. So let's try this again. And I'll try to line it up. And that looks about right. There. Okay. That works pretty good. And it doesn't, look how little, it doesn't take up any space. I have so many cutters. Oh my God. I've got a Martha Stewart one. I've got 2 Fisker ones. I've got 2 no-name ones. Should have tossed those out too. And then I just bought this one. And then I got a tonic one of those little, and I have a big guillotine one. And then I got a little guillotine one. I got the cutter thing. I got that covered. I have that covered upstairs. Oh, the other thing I've been doing, and I've got to stop doing it. Di knows what I'm going to say. In the morning, when I get up, I usually splash some cold water on my face. And Lily has taken to jumping up on the counter in the bathroom, and she kind of starts licking, my hand with the water on it. And then she starts drinking out of the faucet. She puts her two little paws down and starts drinking water from the faucet. And I've been like walking out of the bathroom and thinking, well, I'll be right back. And then I'll come out here. And was it today? And then somebody in Pam's stream has reminded me twice about turning the water off. Today, I think it ran for 2 hours. 2 hours the water ran before I remembered to turn it off. I can't wait to see my water bill. Oh my God. You have 14 cutters? Oh my gosh. 4 in my studio. It's ridiculous. I know. Turn the bloody tap off. I know. And Di made a very good observation. She said, you have to stop doing that. You can't do that. It's not like she drinks water out of her water bowl. And it's not like I know some cats, you have trouble getting them to drink water. Lily drinks water out of her water bowl without any problem. Out of the toilet bowl, whatever. She'll drink water anywhere. But she just likes, I thought it was cute. And it won't be so cute when I get the water bill because I'm a stupid ass and I can't remember to turn the water off. It's just running a trickle, but today it was at least 2 hours. And I can't hear the water running. Even when I was in the living room crafting, I couldn't hear the water running out of my. And in this house, obviously we're not on a well and there's no pump. If you were on a well, you'd hear the pump kicking on and off. But there's nothing, there's no sound to indicate that the water is running. But it is cute. I showed them a video of her drinking the water. She puts her two little paws in the sink. Yes, the water fountain. Yeah, I think Becky just bought a water fountain thing for her cats. Yes, what we do. And I gave in and started feeding Lily the wet cat food again. I went almost at least a week without it. Just had her giving her the dry kibble. But she was looking a little peckish. I still end up throwing so much of it away, but I'm just going to have my cat sitter just give her just 2 tablespoons and not worry about it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun making them. And I'm going to make a couple when I get done with this, but I'm really happy with how they came out. And I bought pre-made envelopes too. I'm so happy with myself. And I made the insides so I can just stick them in with the sticker tape. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thumbs up is good, always good. Five and a half is here. This is one of those decal things I bought. This guy makes these. He just buys he just buys rulers and then he cuts them. And this thing is sharp. You can see it's very sharp. It just works better for me. Is Pam here? Oh, hi, Pam. Yes, I was talking about leaving the water running while I'm streaming. Not too bright. Oops. 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 Let's see, did I get it? Almost. Almost got it. Almost. Oh dear. Oh no. It's leaking out of the bottom. No, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, damn. Oh dear. Oh boy. Glue mess, glue mess. Hi, Terry. Gotta find my handy wipes. Shoot. Oh, my brand new thing is all messed up. I was talking about watching the Louisa and Barbara. Yeah, I don't want to glue myself to the desk. Help! I'm stuck to the desk. And I went over to join the Facebook group for I'm trying to visualize the phonetic pronunciation that Di put in. But when I went over to join the Facebook group, I already had joined. Who knew? I didn't realize I was that organized. It's going to be different. And I guess it was obvious that a lot of people couldn't understand the concept of just doing the ephemera and not making a journal. And they were talking about something compartmentalization or compartment journaling or making stuff. I'd never heard of that. And I guess I'll have to check that out. They said that Timmy has a lot of, I guess it's just a different way of making stuff. So I'm going to have, but I'm excited to, whatever that is, to learn it. Wow, I don't know what that is, but I have some stuff on here. Compartmentalization. Oh, it's mask making. Okay. Just making one piece of ephemeral like a tag, but making 10. Oh. Or mask, like, see, like I was doing that earlier. I had made all of the book text. I had a pile of book text. And then I stenciled them all. But I'm not doing that now. I mean, I should have cut all of these. But I didn't, because I wanted to have something to do. What you're doing, okay. All right. Gotcha. Deb Farrell, who's a friend of ours. Man, she does that really well. She's got an assembly line going. When she's making stuff, it's a very efficient assembly line with a lot of little pieces. Well, I'm really intrigued. Oh, that's pretty punchy, isn't it? I am pretty intrigued by this whole thing that they're going to be doing. Again, I haven't looked at the prompts. I downloaded them in my computer. Oh, look, it's oozing out. Come on. I can't get it in. Oh, look at this. What the heck? I gotta get this down. What the hell's going on? Susan, actually, excuse my language, but why is that doing that? I mean, I've got it as tight as I can. Well, maybe not. Damn it. Oh. Okay, mask making is a lot more. Shoot. See, mask making is more making a lot of finished pieces. Compartmentalize is like a buffet of the pieces to make finished pieces. Yes. Debbie Epps, used to do that. I think it was you. Okay, now. Let's try this again. My gosh. Look at all this precious glue that I am wasting. Man. Hi, Jack. Jackie, not Jack. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Okay. Now, let's try this again. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's a good idea. I was thinking that I should do that. I mean, I could always pour the glue back, out of the big bottle. But maybe I didn't have it tightened all the way. Let's hope that was the problem. Push this down a little bit. Okay. All right. Try again. Did I glue that one down? Yes, I did. All right. Let's try it again. I've got to find my long underwear. But I think my feet will be warm. My hands will be warm. I am excited to see him play hockey. The last time I saw him play, he must have been maybe 10 years old. And the one game, he scored 5 goals. Oh gosh. Yeah, mostly tissues and papers, yeah. 5 goals. It was very exciting. He did score a goal last Saturday when I watched him play. And the announcer is so funny. Sometimes he calls him Utah because they just moved from Utah. Oh, Kathy, that's quite all right. Do not fear. I mean, no worries. I'm glad you could make it. Look how pretty that is. I shouldn't. Yeah, they just moved to Colorado in July. They're in Aurora, Colorado. And so far, so good. The boys are doing well in school. Reed is a freshman in high school. And Callum is in the 7th grade. So that was probably a good time to move because they were both going into. There's a lot of, it's not like, it's just a good time to move, I guess. Okay, now I have some cards that I made this morning. Then I'm ready to, let me stick a pin in it. Okay. So I made these this morning during Di's stream. So now we'll add some ephemera to them. And I'm using, this is craft paper, and I made 2 quick little stencils, and as you can see, I made them out of the packaging from tomatoes. I cut the bottom wire of the plastic thing that's flat, and I made Christmas trees, and this is my version of Christmas ornaments. So I made those little stencils. Here they are. To add something to the background. And I also made a triangle stencil to do Christmas, like a Christmas tree. And that's just, I used acrylic pens and just went do, 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 do. And I did say that when I did it. Do, 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 do. You have to do that. You have to go do, 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 do. Otherwise it doesn't come out. Just saying, you have to do the sound effects. Okay, now here's the ephemera, the Timmy ephemera. And this thing was chock full. And this is all that's left. Not much. That's not his ephemera, that's my. Oops. And this is the ephemera. 132 pieces were in this at one time. And here are all the people. I got the peeps. Because a lot of the Timmy people. Oh, you did? Okay, you guys have been so busy. Becky and Scott were working with dryer issues and, oh, I have a piece here. And cracked toilet. That's really interesting. I'm assuming when you asked Mill about the toilet, she had no idea what you were talking about. How does a 96-year-old woman crack the tank, the toilet tank? See, I don't know. Well, these will be the last resort. Oh, 98. Oh my God. How does she even know? Does she have any recollection of doing it? Probably not. That's the only problem. She probably doesn't know what you're talking about, right? Like what? Like that. All right. Let's see. See, I put all these together because I wasn't real happy. Now, this wouldn't be that bad. We think she caught her Think she caught her from a fall? Wow. You mean you think she hit it by breaking or preventing herself from falling? This wouldn't be that bad if I fussy cutted that out, but she had no idea. She just had water all over the floor. So that just happened. So that happened today. Or I mean, or just before you guys got there. Oh my God. The vanity, where are I? Yeah. Oh, she did it yesterday. Oh my God. That's just, I just can't, that's crazy. Do you, I mean, I said this earlier, but do you think it's possible that she could have taken a hammer to it, thinking that she thinks that there's two men that live under her house and that they play Christian rock music, which I think in of itself is hysterical, but it's not funny. It is funny, but it's not funny for Becky and Scott and having to, deal with this. No, you don't think that's possible? Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't like that at all. Well, that's what happens when you get down to the dregs. It's now this is odd. I don't know why you would have a measuring. Why would you have a measuring tape? I can understand the candy cane. I can go there. And I realize now that one pack was matte and the other pack is glossy. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, when you're getting down to the dregs, it's obvious that you're down to the dregs, right? Let's see. That's just a piece of watercolor. All right. This is the challenge. All right, let's do this. Maybe stick this over here. Maybe stick this here. And I just have big people. Oh, there's a little one. There's a wee one. Okay. Let's see. This is a big one. Well, that could be a family picture. I don't have that many people left either. Oh, we've got these here. This reminds me of A Christmas Story. Yeah, that was with the lint. Well, the fact that she's doing laundry. This woman is 98, as Becky said, and she lives in a tri-level, and the washing machine and dryer in the bottom of this. So she's somehow getting. You think she just? Now I think you're right. Becky thinks she's just tossing her clothes over the banister, over the stairs, down into the basement. But it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying, just to think of it. She stopped by slamming into the tank. But that must have hurt, though. You'd think that she would have bruise. I mean, geez. Well, I think that's going to be, not crazy about it. So if you get this, you'll know that we were down to the dregs. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm just not. It's fine. Wow, that's just insane. Okay, let's see. No, she's not doing well at all. And it's very stressful for Becky and Scott and her other, it's just. At least she's kind of stopped driving, right? As far as you know, she's not really driving. But she's still in possession of the car keys, though. Oh, that's right. You don't think she's taking her meds either. And that you keep on finding random pills on the floor. No driving. Well, that's good. No driving is that's something to be grateful for. That's she's on the. Let's face it. These are the early or really middle to late stages of dying. My mother just stopped eating. I mean, I would make her favorite things, but and when she was in the rehab, she wasn't. They would put. I mean, the food was probably horrible anyway. My mother was a gourmet cook, so she would not. She would not eat any. But when I would go there after school every day, and the thing that she would eat, and I would feed her, was chocolate ice cream. So that's what she had every day was chocolate ice cream. Yeah. And the staff would complain to me, and I said, well, can't force feed her, it's just let her be. I'll save that for another card. And all she kept on saying was, I want to be, I want to be with your dad. I want to be with your dad. And she died on his birthday. So it all worked out. And we had paid for long-term care insurance for years. My father had bought a policy and paid the premium on that for years. And it was to go into effect the day after she passed away. The day after she passed away. So they lucked out. And of course, that's what they're counting on, right? That's okay. I'm glad you're coloring a magazine. I want to do that. I saw someone do that. That's kind of a fun thing. Now I have forgotten how to do that, but I'll have to watch a video. It's kind of cool. And I'm sure you're probably watching the same person that. Okay, I like those people. And let's give them and we'll cut that off at the ends. We'll give them a peppermint stick, like so. And how about a Christmas greetings? And let's see. And we have a little, this is one that I pulled off, but I can maybe get that back on. Maybe stick that up there. Yeah, there, done. How easy is that? Yeah, those markers are really neat. And didn't they come out with more colors? I know the color selection was limited, and then they came out with for 3 years. Oh my gosh. Well, it's, you're looking at the towards the end of as the facing the end of your usable life. You have to start thinking about things or not. I'm using that phraseology because that's the phraseology I first heard that when the light bulb on the projector in my classroom was going, and it actually said the light bulb had reached the end of its usable life. And I thought that was hysterical. I think I'm going to do this. Let's see. Whoops, I didn't glue that down. All right, let's try that. The end. Use. No, I did the adult thing and set up a trust. So that's all taken care of. Alrighty, this is coming out pretty good. Yeah, 98 is, yeah. My mom made it to 96. And her mom, 96 also. So we have longevity in the genes. My dad passed away at 85, but he only had one lung. So he had a lot of health issues. He lost a lung after World War II. A fungus got in one of his lungs, and they didn't know what to do other than to remove his lung. If that had happened today, they would have had other options for him. And I'm going to have to cut that down because it's too wide for the card face. I know that right now, just looking at it. 86, yeah. Okay. This is not leaking anymore, so I think I just didn't have it tight enough. Okay. We got this guy that reminds me of A Christmas Story, Ralphie. Remember when they having their pictures? Hi, Roseanne. Okay, Tuesday at noon to a USA subby. Okay, Tuesday. Oh, man. I don't know where I'll be. Food shopping. Probably. That's the plan, to go food shopping Tuesday for Thanksgiving that we're going to have on Friday because Reed has hockey games on Thursday. The first game is at 3. And of course, he's got to be there well before 3. So I said to Richard, why don't we just do Thanksgiving dinner on Friday? And then it won't be crazy and rushed. So I think that's what the plan is. It's getting hard now, folks. It's getting a little bit more difficult here. The pickings are slim to say the least. Oh, we've got all these random streets. Now, I know 34th Street because of the movie Miracle on 34th Street. I remember asking Safia about what this one street meant in London, and she said no, it has no significance at all. So there's a whole bunch of streets in here that mean nothing. So, like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, or 10 Baker Street, or 10, oh no, is it 10 Baker Street, or is it 8? Sherlock Holmes's address. It's Baker Street, but I don't know whether it's 8 or 10. And 10 Downing Street is where the Prime Minister lives. So yeah, so we've got 74th Street, Broadway. Okay, so I don't like that. Okay, let's stick him here like so. Maybe off center. And let's, that makes no sense. Not that it needs to make sense, mind you. You've got cheer. Man, it's ooh. Oh, these are perforated. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay. All right. I thought they were one whole piece. So maybe we could do like this, like this, like this. And put this up here. Okay, let's see. Like this, maybe. I thought 4 for $1, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay. I don't like, let me move these in like so, like this. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to fiddle. I don't want to fiddle too much because it's kind of, move that up. And let's see. No, it doesn't make any sense. Season's greetings. How about that? Or, yeah, we'll just do season's greetings. Okay. We're going to just leave it like that. Yeah. It's going to, as you said, there'll be a lot of food there. A lot of food. I'm going to be making, they like the string bean casserole, so I'll make that. But I'm going to make it my way. I don't know whether they'll like it or not, but when I make the string bean casserole, I make it with fresh string beans and sauteed mushrooms. And then a cream sauce from scratch with the roux and the milk. And I like the crunchy, I love those crunchy onions. Onion thingies. I've made that, but made it with broccoli. That's, oh, that sounds delicious, Brenda. Oh, ham, baked beans, cornbread. broccoli salad, German sweet chocolate pie. Ooh, chocolate pie. Ooh, that sounds good. Is that going to be like a chocolate cream pie, or is that different than a chocolate cream pie? We're probably going to buy pies. You know what? This is just red. I got green here. And how about green here? And I'll cut this here. How about that? I like that better. And I think I have a green pen over here. I do. And I can do this. I guess it doesn't match, but anyway, this sort counts. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. That's the woman that colors magazine pages. Whoops, come on. Wow, it's so hard to. I'm having my new favorite. I'm having the baked potato for dinner with broccoli and sour cream, butter, broccoli, and cheddar cheese. Okay, let's do this here, like so. And I'll put. Oh boy, come on. My fingers aren't working. Crown trading stamps. I remember. I didn't say hi to Roseanne. S&H, wasn't it S&H trading stamps? They were green. I actually have some. I have some. I got them from somebody, some crafter. I remember the very first thing hi Lydia, the very first thing I got was my S&H green stamps. You know what I got? I got a Black & Decker drill. Yep. Isn't that what every woman buys, is a Black & Decker drill? That's what I got with my first S&H trade, I guess. And I had that drill for years. It was just your basic, simple Black & Decker drill. And it came in a hard plastic case. It wasn't until many years later that I upgraded to a variable speed drill. And that's what I have now. There. I know. Yeah. But I remember, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to cut that down. Before I do any more of this decorating, I better cut these down just to make sure. I'm not going to stay on a whole lot. I'm not going to stay on. I want to shorten my streams to no more than an hour and a half. So I'm going to. Yeah. And do you remember the Funk? I think it was called Funk and Wagner's encyclopedias. Hi, Cindy. Oh, you had Gold Bond. Oh, interesting. Now, I used to be able to get a whole encyclopedia. Every week there'd be another volume. Wow, it's just not going in there. Holy mackerel. Funk and Wagner. Wagner? Yeah, Funk and Wagner. I don't know how good they were. Yep, I don't have any of those. No. Yeah. Well, that's when the the encyclopedias, they would go door to door. Can you imagine selling encyclopedias door to door? Oh my God. And lugging, that had been so, well, selling anything like the vacuum, the Fuller Brush Man, right? We never had the Fuller Brush Man. Or if we did, I'm not aware of the Fuller Brush Man. But that's another door to door thing, right? Or you had plaid stamps. Yeah, I remember those. Vacuum cleaners. Can you imagine selling vacuum cleaners door to door? Lugging a vacuum cleaner. Someone started selling door to door. I can't remember. And it turned out to be, I think it was one of the Kroc brothers. Ray Kroc, the guys who started McDonald's. I think he started out as a door to door salesman. All right, there's that. Here we go. Whoops. You did? Okay. Yeah. Kirby. Yes. Kirby. Oh, wow. Your aunt did. And how can we, lest we forget the Avon lady. I remember the Avon lady because she rode a bicycle, and the bicycle had the baskets, two little saddle baskets on the back, and she had a basket in the front, and she obviously wore an enormous amount of, you were an Avon lady, and she wore a lot of makeup. Yeah, I guess, Avon had a good product. I'm assuming they still do. I don't know. I know when I was teaching, every once in a while, an Avon catalog would appear on the table in the teacher's lounge. Oh, wow. Your mom was a Kirby vac for years. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Look at that. We were poor, but we had a set of them. Like, oh, I'm sure. Remember the milkman? Yep, the milkman. I had, yes, I remember all of that. Yep. I had the diaper service, and it was a bargain. The diaper. Yeah, I'm going to cut that down a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be. And let's see how we can do. I remember I paid, I want to say $3. I remember writing a check, $3 for 150 cloth diapers. And I would just put the dirty diaper, the bag of the dirty diapers out on the stoop with the check in the storm door. Yes, the tidy, yes, tidy dighty. I first had them when I lived on a farm outside of Gettysburg, and then the same company. Oh, Mary Kay and the pink Cadillac. Apparently, they don't give out the. You have to be $1 million. You would have you get a pink Cadillac, right? We had the tight. Yes, yes. And I would just put the bag of dirty diapers out on the stoop with the check in the storm door because they didn't want to, disturb you just in case, the baby was sleeping. Oops, let's see. Oh boy. Oh, that's all right. Yeah. Yeah. We all have. And the Avon lady, again, she rode a bicycle. But everyone knew her. And of course, it's not going door to door, but you remember those Tupperware parties. Was Avon still around? Oh, really? I didn't know that was still around. Well, that's interesting. Well, didn't they make a lotion so soft or something? Like they made some sort of lotion that turned out to be a really good insect repellent. Do you remember that? Oh, So Soft, I think was the name of the product. But it also repelled mosquitoes. Skin So Soft. Okay, yeah. And the Tupperware parties. And then a lot of times you would just see a catalog on the table in the teacher's lounge, and you could just check off what you wanted. And that's what happened when they were selling. Okay, that's going to work. Girl Scout cookies. There would be I was a brownie. I never made it to a Girl Scout. I didn't, what they call it, fly up. You fly up to become a Girl Scout. But I do remember selling Girl Scout cookies door to door. Okay, let's do this. Oh, Amway. Oh, that was a pyramid. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, you're allergic to Skin So Soft. Oh man, that's too big. Damn it. Whoops, excuse me. Oh. And I did such a nice job of cutting this. Well, this card's going to need to be rearranged. And I had torn this off another card because of the same thing. All right, I'll have to put that aside. That's going to need some major renovation, so to speak. I think, he's going to fit. Yeah, I already tested him. And I've already modified. No, I didn't. I got to cut this off the bottom, but I have room to cut it off in the bottom. I don't know why those cards were too big. Okay. All right. Oops. Hopefully that was enough. Well, no, it's not. Damn. Well, can't take it off the top here because I put that up there. Well, I can. I will, I guess. I don't know. Just okay. Oh, that looks horrible. Well, no, it doesn't look that bad. It looks okay. All right. Oh, let me get this. Let me do that. I'll finish. I'll do two more. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have them right there, right? Yeah, okay. And then I'll say, fare thee well. I'll be sitting on the plane at this time tomorrow night, waiting to take off. Melbourne. Oh. I hate it when you have a flight that's so late. I don't like the early ones either, so I guess it'll be okay. Flight's at 6:38. It's not leaking anymore. That's a good thing. Oops. Turn it upside down and go rubber-dubber-dubby. I bet you're exhausted. Oh. I bet you are exhausted. Just the stress alone of dealing, and you want her to be safe. Okay, you go like this. Okay. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me for this time on a Sunday afternoon. I appreciate you being here. And as Pam says, that you could be spending your time in so many other ways, but you've chosen to spend some time with me. So I truly appreciate your company, and thumbs up and all that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm at 825, folks. Thank you, Janice. And Becky, I hope you get some rest. And I can't tell you not to worry, because you're going to worry, but certain things you have no control over. So do the best. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And I will see you not Wednesday nor Sunday, but I'll see you after that. And yeah, let's hope for an uneventful trip. So if you can't be good, be careful and fabulous. Bye. Didn't hit the right button. End. Done.